So now for the following one, we're gonna be doing a revenue for category. So now we don't wanna focus on the salesman, we're gonna focus on the products that we have. So we're gonna be looking at which products are the best sellers and then how they are really working well. So in this case, first of all, we're gonna do the sum of revenue for each category. So let's go back to this one. We go to our raw data. We insert pivot table. The same thing, table 1, a new worksheet. We already know the drill. The same thing, I'm going to pass it to the right one. I'm going to rename it. This one, I'm going to rename it as revenue category. Okay. Revenue by category. Okay. So in this case, what I'm going to do, first of all, is going to put the categories. Let me look for the categories. Category. It already summarizes all. I'm gonna put it on the rows, then it's gonna do it. I'm gonna do using sum of revenue function. I'm gonna sum of revenue for each food category and change it to USD in case it's necessary. So sum of revenue. So in here, one more time, I'm gonna put revenue. I can search it also from here. I can do revenue. Okay, sum of revenue. Then I need to change the value field settings, shows values as some number format, currency. Okay, I'm gonna sort them also. Always sort from largest to smallest. Which one is the best performer, which one is the worst performer. Always work in order. Okay, very good. So for this one, I have, using sum of revenue function, calculate the percentage of the grand total. So here what we're gonna do is trying to figure out, this is 100%. 70,244 is the grand total, that's a percent, but I want to know in percentage of my sales how much is that. Okay, so what I want to do one more time is pull another revenue into the values, but now I'm going to change it. Okay, so if I don't change it, it's going to give me exactly the same one if I keep it as a sum as a revenue, but I want to show it in percentage. So what I'm going to do is here, just value field setting, and then I'm going to put, you realize there's two tags, summarize by values by, and show values as. I'm going to show percentage. Here there's many calculations. I'm just going to do percentage of grand total. Okay, and then I'm going to click OK, and then it's going to change now to see a how this changes in terms of percentage. Okay, so in this case we can put it there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do in here, because this is sum of revenue 2 that doesn't fit very well, what I can do is just click it and then value field settings, and then instead of sum of revenue 2 I can just put percentage of revenue. Actually it's not sales, we don't have to confuse it. Okay, so that's gonna change the name, and that's gonna look much better as sum of revenue 1 or 2 or so, etc, etc. Okay, so now we have that one. Okay, you here will be able to see which category has the highest percentage of sales. Add the sum of quantity of each category. So the sum of quantity, we're gonna go to this one, then we're gonna look for quantity, and then we're gonna add it. Okay, sum of quantity. So this tells us how many items were sold for each one. So the beverages, 7,163 beverages were sold under this company. Okay, so that works well. We can see also in terms of numbers which one are the best sellers or not. Look at this one, for example. When we look at dairy products, the number is not very high, but they sell still almost 3,600, so it's comparable to the candy, which has a lot of units sold, but the profit is not as sufficiently high as compared to the numbers of the 47. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna calculate the ratio. Okay, so in this one I'm just gonna do my other one because otherwise it will take me forever. Also I can do here the average of unit price also I can see that. I'm just gonna do that just for fun. Unit price. This one. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it to the very bottom so it's in order. Sum of unit price. Okay, there we have it, sum of unit price, but I don't want the sum, I want the average, so I'm gonna change it. So in this case I'm gonna do the average. Okay, this one, and also I forgot to do something, which is also the number format value. Also I'm gonna do it in currency. Okay, so that means, that tells us that what is the average price of every unit. So in this case we have, for example, the average unit of the beverages is $22. Every unit that I sell out of these 763 is $22. So there's some higher, there's some lower, but that's the average that we have. Okay, so now when we have this, we're gonna calculate the margin ratio. That means which products are better than others. I haven't done this in the other format, but if I do it, it's gonna take me very long time in the video. So I'm just gonna show you how to do it, and it's very quickly. So in this case, where we're gonna calculate the margin ratio, we're gonna do the 763 divided by the ratio, that is the ratio of sales. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is gonna calculate the yield, which products have a better yield. All right, so which ones sell better based on the cost and the amount that we're selling. Okay, so let me go through that one. So here I have to do it manually. 763 divided by 24.85. Okay, so there you have it. The only thing that we're gonna do here is just close it with no decimals. Okay, very good. That's a 31. So once you have it all done, it should be looking something like this. So I'm just gonna copy paste it. You have to do it all on your own. I did it on my own previously, but like I said, if I do it on the video, that's gonna take me forever. So in this case, what we're gonna do here is yield. Okay, this one also I can go page layout. I'm sorry, and I can just do it like that. Control B, and that's it. Okay, so anyways, what is this useful for? So this one, the products that have the lowest number means are the most profitable. Okay, that means for each one of them, it's better to have a lower yield than a higher yield. So in this case, for example, when I look at the grains, okay, so the grains I sold 91 for each 7, so that means the yield was a 325. So this is very, very small percentage of the whole thing. So that means it's not a very good selling product. Maybe I can discard it. If I go to the second highest, maybe I'll go to this one. Also the baked good and mixes, I sold 331. So it means in volume I sold a lot, but given the little cost of it, I just sold 4% out of that. So that's not a very good one. So in this case, you will have to think which products perhaps have better yield. So in this case, for example, you look at this one. This one has a larger price. A quantity number is less, but the sales are still good. So this one has a very good yield, but then you have to compare to others. So this is maybe an outlier as compared to, for example, this 31 or this 31. Actually, these 31s are not very good. So you have to think of the average of these numbers, and then perhaps think which one has a better yield. Okay, and that one here you will have to do a conclusion of which products is better. Is it better to sell a higher quantity of cheap products or more expensive products and lower volume? So this helps us to launch a strategy. And that's the case, for example, when you think of Daiso. Daiso has volume but very low price very low cost for the consumer. So in this case, this is a different strategy. So what strategy can we follow out of this? Do we have any strategy, or we're just like, we don't have any, we're just selling whatever we can sell at any price that we can? Okay, so then we have it there, and then we have the last one, which is add a pie chart that displays how categories are performing for each revenue. Okay, for each revenue or for each category. So in this case, what I can do is just insert, sorry, I'm just gonna select those ones, and I'm gonna insert a pie chart. I'm gonna close this one, and then I'm just gonna pull it in there. So pretty much what I can see graphically, because when I go to a meeting, I'm just gonna bring all these numbers, and my boss says, oh, what one is the best performer? You just go to the image, beverages. Second, dried fruits and nuts, and also you can do slicers, but that one I'm not gonna show it now because that's another story. But anyways, in this case, just graphically we can see which one is the best performer, and that's it. So we have already done the revenue by category. Like I said, in this one, I want you to think about that on your own and come up with your own conclusion.